In order to fulfill her wishes, she was buried in 6 feet of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look keen. When I was in France with the army, one day I looked into my kit. I thought I would find me a sandwich, but the darn thing was loaded with shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look keen.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its 3rd generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot, cause we
Westfield. Today is Monday, May 20th, 2019. On this day in 1932, Amelia Earhart takes off from Newfoundland in her quest to fly around the world. Amelia Earhart. Huh. I wonder whatever happened to her. This is That'll Learn Ya with your average run-of-the-mill alum, Michael Buster McMahon. And since my name is in the title, you can safely assume I am he, Michael Buster McMahon. And people who know me can tell you that I'm definitely a glass is half full kind of guy. But I kind of believe it's half full of poison.
Oh, boy.
Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Now, he didn't sign up for the company's 401k because he knew he couldn't run that far. Today in the show, we'll play some great songs and tell you the cool stories behind them. Plus, if we have time, we'll preview next year's likely Tony Award winners. But we probably won't have time for that.
Ooh, Bob Plash would love you if you did that.
So give us a buzz at 572-5579. Bet on Beetlejuice. Or don't call. I'm not the boss of you. But remember, a flashlight is just a really cool holding case for dead batteries.
Hey, that's not true.
That is true.
I use mine all the time.
You know, those of you who listen to the show regularly know that I have a week on, week off schedule at my regular job, which I absolutely hate. And they asked me if I could pick up a couple of shifts at the beginning of the week. So I am now coming off 9 straight 10-hour overnight shifts.
You know, most people are paying a tiny violin for you right now, right?
I am done. I am tired. I'm done. I was done after 5 days. I'm like, 4 more days ago. 3 more days ago. And I'm here. I've made it. No, I mean, I made it. Like, I didn't think I was going to die. I mean, I knew I was going to make it.
Yeah.
But, I am glad to be here at this point where I am right now. And a lot of times on my week on, there are a lot of things that come up that I have to do. And this is nobody's fault, but it seems like I have to go to a lot of wakes on my week on. People can't die on my week off, and
it's inconvenient for you.
It's a little inconvenient. But Thursday, I had to see Kathleen Palmer's musical.
Yep.
And so I got up early. I went, and I got to tell you, I was skeptical. Not because I doubted Kathleen Palmer. I had all the faith in the world. I was skeptical because this was a tough target to hit, to make town history interesting. Like
fun.
American history. There's stories. I mean, so I was a little skeptical, and also too, was a little skeptical because I didn't know anything about her music collaborator,
Marion Dunk.
I didn't know anything about her. But let's face it. To be honest, a lot of local original musicals that you've seen, the music has been kind of,
Marion's good.
All right. So let me.
Okay.
So I walked in a little.
I've known her for a while.
I was a little skeptical. But I was hoping. And you know what? Very nice job by the both of them. The story worked.
Don't step off the path.
The music worked, especially the one about the soldiers there. Mm-hmm. You could justify putting that song on the radio.
Yep.
So just hats off. Great job, Kathy. She should be extremely proud. I sent her a message. I said, you should be very proud of yourself. And one concern that I did have also, too, I realized that it's fixable. I'm like, it takes a lot of work to write a musical, okay? And what are you going to do with it afterwards? It's only can go to Westfield. You know what? She's got the shell. Okay, you take out the Westfield stuff, you do a little research on Holyoke or whatever, or Cambridge or whatever, and you could put that on somewhere else. You've got the basic shell.
You do know that the high school is going to do that as their musical next year.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's good for her.
Yeah.
So, yes, and you're a celebrity. Huh? You and Harry and Kenny were mentioned in the musical. How cool is that?
I know. I'm in the script.
I'm not jealous because you guys know we're better than I do.
There's no more spoilers because it's over. The run's over. So.
Right. Yeah, and the cool cameo at the end. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
Dennis Akins did the cameo the day I was there.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is though.
Denny Akins hosts the Mayor Show.
Okay.
He's the co-host of the Mayor Show.
Okay, I didn't know that. I had Bo Sullivan.
No, you did have Bo. I heard that was a good one.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Bo.
Someone's looking for a Sullivan?
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So Bo wasn't available all day, or was it? Should you had different
They had different people on that walk-on roll. Yep.
No, I'm not jealous that you, Kenny, and Harry were mentioned because you guys know Kathleen better than I do. I've only gone out to eat with her once, but I am going to go out to eat with her again.
Yeah?
I am. Not because I want to be mentioned in a future musical.
No, but you want to talk to her about.
Yes, I absolutely.
Talk shop.
I want to talk shop with her, and she's a very, very a wonderful, warm person, and she
Yeah.
should be very proud. And nice job. Hopefully, you get to see it. And if you didn't see it, then I guess you get to see it next year at
The high school plans to do it for their musical. Yeah.
So Kathleen Palmer and Marion Dunk.
Yes.
Very, very nice job.
They're the odd couple. You ever seen them in a picture together? Kathy's really short and Marion's really tall.
Well, I went up to Marion beforehand because someone told me who she was. And, I couldn't understand. Like, I went by myself. The wife had something else to do at the dance studio. And so I went up to in the front row. There was a couple, and they were sitting in the second and third seat. So I asked the first seat, was anybody sitting here? And they said, no. I'm like, who sits in the second and third seat?
Maybe those are the seats they've always sat in.
I guess, but I'm like going, okay. I'm like, this is like, if I had the first spot in line at this show, this is where I would have sat. And I ended up with
So you were right up front then.
I had a mid-first round pick, and I still got my guy.
You were right up front.
I was right up front.
row.
And that's what Kathleen, when she before the show, she walked by, she's like, look at you. You've got to sit in the front row, don't you? So, yeah, I went over to Marion, too, and I said, oh, I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations. And she's like, oh, have you heard it yet? I'm like, no. She's like, then why are you congratulating me? Well, I'm like, it's quite an accomplishment to get here. No, I don't know if it's any good, but I said, this is quite an accomplishment to come this far that you have. And again, yes, very nice job with the music.
Peter Hicks did a great job considering he only had 2 rehearsals.
Yeah.
And he explained that.
And he got away with it, too, by, having the script with him because it looked like he was the tour director and he was looking up the...
They wrote it in. They wrote it in saying that, did you hear him say, I'm old-fashioned?
Yeah. Yep.
I use paper.
Yep.
So they even wrote it into the script, but they had the lead actor bomb out about a week before.
Yeah, that's why I said, and Kathleen told me that. I'm like, oh, and you still have your hair. And she's like, I did have to dye it. Which
it was a great show.
Nice job. Now, did you know that you were getting a shout out in the show? Or?
I was told. Yes,
you were told. Oh, so you didn't get that nice little surprise.
She said she didn't say where it would be.
Okay,
but she said it would be.
I was surprised because Harry. It's like, okay, well, Harry. Okay, Harry's big with the 350. That made sense. And it's like, oh, okay. And then she mentioned Kenny
because of the
cool.
co-host. Yeah.
And then and there's Peter. All right, cool. So I was happy for you. Now, of course, I mentioned last week that I have written a musical.
Yes.
And the key to musicals, I think, a lot of it, and Kathy lucked out with Marion, is you have to have the right songs. You can have a great story, but if the songs fall flat, you've got an adequate musical.
Yes.
So I have a little special surprise. Hopefully you all think this is a nice little surprise. I have a song from, I'm just going to call it the 2025 Tony Award-winning musical, Can't You Bury These Tales? You got to give us a couple of years to get to Broadway, because we got to put it on locally first, and then and then Boston.
Go out to no, Berkshire Theater has stuff.
Berkshire,
right?
yeah, and then you go to Broadway. So it's going to take a couple of years to get to Broadway. I'm thinking.
Okay.
But I have no doubt it's going to get there because. I think it's very good. So I'm going to set the scene for you. This is a song called But I Do, and it's done by local band Max Tone, which is Aaron Faye's band. If you've got a great local band, you ever get the chance to see them, go ahead. There's 2 chances that you get to see them. You get to see them be themselves, Max Tone, or they host Rockstar Karaoke, where you're the lead singer of Max Tone. So if they ever make it big, you can say that you were their lead singer for... I used to be their lead singer for 5 minutes or so, but it's always a fun time. But so Aaron Faye is writing the music for the show, and this is a song that we're using for the show. And in this scene, a children's entertainer. He's sitting. Picture a guy on the stage in a bunny costume with the head in his lap, and his director, who also happens to be his ex-girlfriend. And they're verbally bickering back and forth because there was a horrible on-air mistake. And they're in an office, and they're waiting to find out who's going to get blamed, or both, or what's going to happen for this horrible on-air mistake. And they're bickering like they always do. And one of them mentions, back when they used to date. And she's like, well, I was waiting for you to kiss me on the first date. And he's like, well, I was waiting for you to shut up to do so. And she's like, and he goes, hey, do you remember well, she said, it's funny that we never had a song. He's like, well, I always considered the song that played, when I dropped you off, our song. And she's like, well, what was it? And he starts to sing it. She's like, no, don't start singing the song, which nobody ever says that in a musical, Well, it's just weird. Like, people just start singing, and people are like, what are you doing? Why are you singing? And so he starts singing the song, and she sings also. There's a second voice in the song. They alternate verses. This is just one verse in the song, although you will hear, I believe Aaron's doing both voices in the song. But from the 2025 Tony Award-winning musical, Can't You Bury These Tales, here is But I Do, 89.5 WSKB.
Most often they just come out wrong. I fear taking my chances with you. Some things are better off not said at all. I've always been just a little bit shy. This should be known right from the start. I'll put my trust and my faith in you if you promise that you won't break my heart. Don't wanna say I love you, but I do, yes I do. Don't wanna tell you I need you, no, but I do, yes I do. Time and time, that's what we'd have if I were to be with you. Know we'd have more time if you would just stay here too. They say that love is a two-way street. What are you thinking? I haven't a clue. And I don't want to see what I'm feeling inside if I don't know if you're feeling it too. Don't want to say I love you, but I do, yes I do. Don't wanna tell you I need you, no, but I do, yes I do. Don't wanna tell you I love you. Don't wanna tell you I need you, no, what can I do? You know it's true. I'm hopelessly in love with you. And time, that's what we'd have if I were to be with you. You know we'd have more time if you would just stay here too. They say that love is a two-way street. What are you thinking? Well, I haven't a clue. And I don't want to say what I'm feeling inside if I don't know if you're feeling it too. Don't want to say I love you, but I do, yes I do. Don't want to tell you I need you, no, but I do, yes I do. Don't want to tell you I need you, no, but I do, yes I do. Don't wanna tell you I love you. Don't wanna tell you I need you. No, what can I do? You know it's true. I'm hopelessly in love with you.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Wednesday mornings from 6 till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Jamaica. Now, that's Led Zeppelin. Now, when that song first came out, it didn't get a lot of love. It actually was kind of harshly criticized. But I think people looking back and realize how cool it is. It's one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs.
Yeah.
And of course, the title comes from, of course, you know I would love this. It comes from an old vaudeville joke. It's like, yeah, my wife went to the West Indies. Jamaica? No, she wanted to go. I'm going to use that with Rosemary. Rosemary Stella. People who like local theater will appreciate the name Rosemary Stella. She's fantastic. And as you know, I've had to replace Jody because Jody moved to Florida, selfishly, not even considering what it would do to our vaudeville act. And Rosemary Stella, and I don't know if this partnership's going to last because she's usually very busy, but she's fantastic. If you've ever seen her in a local production, you'll say, wow, good get. We're going to be doing a vaudeville bit in the Majestic Talent Show this summer. We're going to be doing a audience participation thing called Dennis the Menace of Venice, and we're going to do an Abbott Costello bit called Jonah and the Whale. So it should be a lot of fun.
Cool.
But yeah, don't pronounce that song Dire Maker, whatever you do. It's Jamaica. This next song is a request. We got a request. How about that?
You do?
Yeah. My mom. My mom remembers like sitting in the shade, cranking the Victrola, and hearing this song. This song, though, was recorded by everybody, but only Lenny Welch had a hit with it. He did the theme song from a CBS show called Cornet Blue. Now, I don't know if you know this show. It only lasted one season. It had a really cool concept, and a concept stolen afterwards by other people. But in the opening episode, he is drugged and left for dead by people. And when he awakes, he has, like, no memory. And he's trying to find out, you know, who he is, what he is, how was he connected to these people who tried to kill him.
Isn't there a current series that does that? That's
Probably.
The one with the tattoos?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm saying. But this was the show that got it started. Now, CBS, after one season, CBS kind of dragged its feet. Are we going to renew it? Are we not going to renew it? Are we going to renew it? Are we not going to renew it? All right, let's renew it. So they called and they said, all right, we're going to renew it. And they're like, oh, well, we kind of assumed you weren't renewing it. And the star and, the head writers on this project and the star got picked up on the series. So Cornet Blue, you might not have ever heard of it. But
I didn't.
But Lenny Welch did the theme to that, too. And this was, as I said, everybody did this song, but only Lenny Welch had a hit with it. Here's Since I Fell For You, 89.5 WSKB.
When you just give love and never get love, you'd better let love depart. I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You made me leave my happy home. You took my love and now you've gone. Since I fell for you, I'll never be the same since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad and it's too sad, but I'm in love with you. You love me, then you snub me. But what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Well, I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues most every night since I fell for since I fell for you.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Get
Quincy Jones, producing this album, Thriller, said, we need a really killer guitar solo for this song. So who should you call?
Joe Satriani.
Call Eddie Van Halen. So Quincy Jones calls Eddie Van Halen and leaves him a message. Hey, we're thinking about wanting you to play guitar on this Michael Jackson. And Eddie Van Halen gets this message, and he's like, all right, well, who's pranking me? Okay. So he doesn't call back for a couple days, and they call him again, and he called back and found out it was legit. And he's like, all right. And he went in, and he did it. And
quick riffy one? Just kind of ripped off of some?
He didn't ask for a dime, and he didn't get paid for it. And when his fellow bandmates in Van Halen found this out, they were like, they took advantage of you. And he's like, no, nobody took advantage of me. I do what I want to do. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it. And if I want to do something, I do it. I felt like doing it, and I did it. And I'm happy with it. So bug off, you guys. I think he probably used stronger language than that. But
yes, we can't use that on the radio.
But, so that's Eddie Van Halen. And at the time, when you think about 1984, I mean, Van Halen had this image, this rock image. And suddenly now Eddie Van Halen is playing with Michael Jackson, and Jump by Van Halen went #1 on the pop chart. So there's a little bit of a switch in attitude towards Van Halen, I think, in 84.
Okay,
but
that was their heyday.
Yes, and then, of course, later on, David Lee Roth left, and their second album with a new guy, Sammy Hagar, which I've said numerous times.
Van Hagar.
I went in screaming, saying, "This, I don't want this, I don't want this." And as soon as I heard the first album, I'm like, whoa! Because you gave Eddie Van Halen not just a all-time great frontman, which, but you gave him another real bona fide musician, and the result,
another tool.
The result was fantastic.
Another tool in the toolbox, right?
Exactly. The second album, OU812, was done basically, and Sammy's sleeping at 2:00 in the morning, as rock stars will sometimes do. Actually, go to bed before dawn. So it's 2:00 in the morning, but somebody else was awake. Eddie was awake. And he's banging on Sammy's door. He's like, Sammy, open the door. He's like, what? He's like, I just got this idea for a killer riff. He's like, you want to hear it? He's like, yeah, sure. And it kind of woke him up, and he grabbed his guitar, and they worked on it. And they said, well, the album's already set. He's like, we're going to put another song on the album. And they did. They came up with this, pretty much recorded it the next day, and it was included in the album. And it was a great addition to OU812. Here's Finish What You Started. 89.5 WSKB. Did I? I'm sorry.
You gave me Running with the Devil.
I am so sorry. Yeah, it's Finish What You Started. I was thinking of Running with the Devil for some reason. But that's okay.
Phil for a second.
So it was rain. I'm hoping that my daughter wasn't home was home last night, because when I left, she wasn't home. My wife wasn't home. My wife had a cast party. She choreographed Newsies.
Oh, yeah,
I've said this before. Fantastic show. The show had its run, and she was there, and my daughter has a tendency to leave her window open. And last night, as you know, I don't know if you know this, but it was not only raining, it was raining sideways. So I'm hoping that they were home.
I was long since asleep.
I'm hoping they were home when this happened, because if not, my daughter has a waterbed now. So
apparently there was a nice little thunderstorm in the booth.
Apparently, you know what? I had on here, I did have 2 Van Halen songs on here. Okay. So that is kind of funny. So I did have I did tell you Running with the Devil, but over here I had Finish What You Started.
All right, well, we have that song now.
So let's do Finish What You Started, since I told the story.
Let's finish what we started.
Let's finish what we started. Here's Van Halen, 89.5 WSKB.
2, 1, 2.
WSKB's community radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
James and Bobby Purify. They are not brothers, they are actually cousins. And Bobby's last name is Dickey. And so to make it simpler, he took his cousin's last name to make it sound better. Personally, I think Purify Dickey would be a great name for a band, don't you think?
Yeah.
But for health reasons, and Dickey retired, and so he got a replacement. And the replacement's name was Bobby Purify also. It was just...
What?
He took the same name. And eventually, the name might have been cursed because he went blind, and he was going to quit. But then Ray Charles convinced him that he could still be a musician. And I guess they still bounce around.
Okay.
But it's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, I have a brand new... Like, you meet in the band like, wow, Bobby looks so much different. It's like, well, maybe I just imagined him wrong. No, you didn't. He is different completely. I'm your puppet.
Okay.
Oh, graduations. Graduation,
Westfield State was Saturday.
and
Smith,
I almost didn't go to my graduation.
Hampshire.
They're just so boring.
Holyoke.
They are death. I almost didn't want to. I'm walking down the aisle.
Well,
We had it here on the green, and we're walking down. And I'm see all these video cameras. I'm like, you're gonna watch this again? Who's gonna watch this again?
what?
The graduation.
Oh, well,
I
you
almost
had
think,
yours where? Oh, on the
green here. Yeah, I almost didn't go to my own graduation. I didn't.
I think your parents would have been upset.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I hate to have this attitude towards other people, but for me, I didn't feel like it was that big of an accomplishment. I came here to do it, and I did it. And
you realize commencements more about your parents than you, right?
And I didn't want to go. You know me. I didn't want to go.
I'm just saying it's more about them than you.
I was having a blast, and I knew as soon as I left here. Okay, I lost little by little. Right after college was football year.
The dark times.
Those were my 2 and 14 years. Okay,
the dark.
I had no quarterback. I had no defense. I had no offensive line. I had bad coaching, and the fans weren't showing up to the games. Basically, those were my 2 and 14 rebuilding years. Anyway,
it's called real life, by the way.
it was.
Yeah. Okay. Just
One of
check
the I always play this song. I think every time this time of year for the graduates, and it's the Silhouettes. And one of the members
Why
of the
are we
band.
playing the Delaware Destroyers?
I don't know. I suppose we could
Get a
year.
haircut?
Yeah, and get a real job.
Yeah.
Well, get a real job. But so the Silhouettes, they were banging around. They were playing some music. Then World War II happened, and one of them came home. He's like, yeah, I fought in the war, and he's sitting on his mama's couch, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. She's like, you're gonna get a job, right? And he's like, yeah, I guess. So he called up his own bandmates. He's like, we're going to play music again. He's like, I don't know if I can do this. My mom wants me to get a job. Get a job? Boom. They wrote a song. Boom. Big hit. And he probably didn't have to get another job. He probably did okay music-wise for a little while. Here's the Silhouettes. And some great advice to all the graduates out there. 89.5 WSKB.
Dip, 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 dip. Sha-la-la, 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 dip, 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 get a job. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la, you make me put it above the time. She get me out of my bed and find a job. Sha-la-la, you wrap the breakfast every day, you know the one is in my way. I never be able to say. Well, when I get the paper, I read it through and through, and my girl never fails to say, if there is any work for me, I then go back to the house, hear that woman's mouth, preaching and crying, tell me that I'm lying about a job that I never could find. Sha-la-la-la, 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 I then go back to the house. I hear the woman's mouth, preaching and crying, tell me that I'm lying about a job that I never could find. Sha-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la,
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest. I'm that voice you're hearing in the hall, and the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right that I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hope for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hope for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time.
I don't think we fully appreciate what a daring album An Innocent Man was. I mean, here it was in the 80s, and you're going to record an entire album in tribute to the 50s.
Doo-wop.
And it absolutely worked. Hey, yeah, we had kind of two doo-wop songs in a row there. Got a job, and that was the way we planned it. We did that on purpose. There's only two musical instruments in that whole song. You can hear a bass guitar and a snare drum just being played with brushes. Now, he was going to hire a vocal doo-wop band to back him up, but in the end, he decided to just do all the different voices. All those voices are Billy Joel, and the hand claps and the snaps, that's the rest. He had the bass player and the snare drummer, and the rest is all Billy Joel.
Nice.
Pretty cool song. Came out okay. My favorite song from the album wasn't even a hit. This Night. If you have the album, you got to check it out. This Night by Billy Joel. It's a great song. I mean, that's the song that had all those great. It had like 6 top 40 hits, for crying out loud. It was a huge album. But This Night was my favorite. And
yeah, there's some obscure Billy Joel songs that I like too.
Yep. Yep. Met Billy Joel one time. He was pretty cool.
Nice.
And I said, "Oh my God, Mr. Joel." And he goes, "My father's not here. Call me Billy."
Nice.
So it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All the people that I have met who are known have been kind of cool. I mean, I haven't.
Well, if you show them respect, I think that's the thing.
When I met one of my idols, Norman Lear.
Yep.
I was like, oh my God. What I wanted to say to him was, Mr. Lear, I have like 120 questions for you, but I didn't because should have invited him to. We were going to eat. Should have invited him to eat. Maybe he would have come with us. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't have dinner plans.
You never know.
Maybe he would have come with us.
Yeah, I think if you show anybody in the public eye, they're used to being taken from.
If
you show them respect, then they're more than willing to be gracious.
And I've told the story before. I think a friend of mine was at Yankee Stadium, and Paul Simon was in front of him, and he was like, "Yeah, it's like the guy didn't even want to talk to me." I'm sure he was like, "Oh well, thank you very much, thank you for being a fan." And I'm sure he was very polite at first, but by like 3 innings, when you ask him, so when you wrote this song on your 3rd album, I'm sure you probably got annoyed with you.
Yeah, or if you were talking about the baseball game, he probably talked to you the whole damn game.
Or, yeah, maybe. But, he's not here to talk to you.
Right. Yeah, this isn't a question and answer period.
Yeah,
in a town hall meeting. You're at a baseball game.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like he didn't want to talk to me. I'm like,
talk balls and strikes.
You're my friend, and sometimes I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, here you go. Thanks.
This song, I'm talking about the guy who met Paul Simon. Not you.
Know.
Not you. You're one of the very few people in my life. I don't know if you know this. Okay?
What's that?
You have a Class A security clearance.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
No.
That means that there is nothing in my life that I feel like I couldn't tell you. I have no secrets from you. You were one of the few people in life have a Class A security clearance. And
I'm able to push Harry's buttons.
Yes.
The only person beside his wife.
Harry, my God. I mean, so when I saw Kathleen's musical the other day, and Harry wasn't up there as the guy from Westfield 350. He's up. Yeah, he's just. I want Harry to talk at my my funeral.
You do?
Yeah, I do. He's just so excited. He's like, "Oh, Buster was this and Buster was that, and where he's going to heaven. There's going to be a Corvette waiting for him." And I just picture Harry just making everybody.
That's awesome.
Glad to be there.
Yeah.
As I said, I had to go to a wake this week, and it's always weird when you go because I went to support somebody I knew. I didn't know the deceased, never met her, didn't know a thing about her, and when you hear all these people talking about them, you're like, oh wow, it sounds like. So that's what you get to thinking, like, what are people going to say at at yours? What are you going to say at mine? Have you thought about that at all, or
no?
Okay,
I'm sure I can. I do a good job. Have I told you the famous story about my brother's wedding?
Maybe.
I gave the toast.
Okay.
I didn't have it written down. I just kind of off the cuff.
And everyone loved it?
Everybody said it was awesome. I have no idea what I said.
Oh, well, great. Well,
there's a recording of it.
Oh, good.
Nobody will ever let me see it.
Oh, no, you got to find it in case you need it for mine.
Okay.
So, anyway, well, hopefully I don't go this way, getting stabbed in the back.
That'd be bad.
This song was inspired by an earlier hit with a similar theme. The name of the song, the band was called The Undisputed Truth. And they had a song called Smiling Faces Sometimes. And the chorus of which is quoted at the end of this song. This song was part of the soundtrack for the movie Looking for Mr. Goodbar. Did you ever see it?
Probably.
Oh, my gosh. That is one messed up film. Diane Keaton was amazing in it, of course. But it's not a first date movie. That is one messed up film.
Okay.
It really is. And you feel a little bit better because you're like, oh, my God, who wrote this? Then you find it like it's based on a true story. So then you're like, okay, so you can cut them some slack. Like, oh, okay, so this isn't just
real life really is that messed up.
Yeah, I mean, if something in real life happens, it's going to be messed up. But like, somebody thought of this? What the? Oh, okay, it's based on a true story. Diane Keaton, amazing performance, but messed up film. Anyway, here's the OJs and the Backstabbers, 89.5 WSKB.
face. All the time they wanna take your place, the backstabbers. All you fellas who have someone and you really care, yeah, yeah. Then it's all of you fellas who better beware, yeah, yeah. Somebody's out to get your lady. A few of your buddies, they sure look shady. Blades are long, clutched tight in their fists, aiming straight at your back, and I don't think they'll miss. What they do? They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your place, the backstabbers. I keep getting all these visits from my friends, yeah. What they doing to me? They come to my house again and again and again and again, yeah. So are they there to see my woman? I don't even be home, but they just keep on coming. What can I do to get on the right track? I wish they'd take some of these knives out my back. What they do? They smile in your face. All the time they wanna take your place, the backstabbers. Backstabbers. Low down, dirty. What they do? They smile in your face. Smiling faces, smiling faces. Sometimes they smile in your face. Shine on me, low down, dirty lies. They smile in your face. Down, 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 down. Might be your neighbor.
89.5 WSKB.
Laughing with another girl, playing with another heart. Placing high stakes, making hard safe. He's loved in 7 languages. Toolbox life, diamond nights and ruby lights. High in the sky. Heaven help him when he falls. Diamond light, lover boy. just in case we shadow box and double cross, yet neither change. License to love, insurance to hold. Mount on your memory, change into his eyes are like angel, his heart is cold. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Mail. Across the north and south to Chicago, love for sale. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth
Now, everyone knows that, Sade sings this song. And that's the lead, that's the name of the woman singing the song. But did you know, technically speaking, that's the band, Sade. She named her band that. That's a band.
Yeah.
It's not just, okay, well, you knew that. I'm guessing a lot of people didn't know that.
I know.
It's a band,
Yeah.
not a artist. And as we learned a couple weeks ago, I've told him, Lobo, you think it's a band? No, it's a man.
It's a man.
Edward Bear, you think it's a guy? No, it's a band. There you go. Remember Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I do.
I used to love that show. They had a little clip called about industrial arts, and the guy's teaching shop, and he's like, well, you can be a tool operator. And they start singing, tool operator. That show. And you know what's great about that show? Was once in a while, like, there'll be a joke that you just don't get, and you give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, you know what? I bet you that was funny. I just didn't get the reference that they were saying.
Right.
But I've known enough.
It was too obscure even for me.
Well, I mean, they take from so many different things. It's going to be something that you don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it's going to be.
I missed that show.
I guess it's back, but it's not the same. They got new people doing it.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But once in a while, some of the guys, if you get to come around, they call riff tracks. They do these live performances in local theaters, and it's simulcast. So, like, you can go to the West Springfield Theater, and you can see. I saw Mothra. They did Mothra. The wife and I saw Starship Troopers. They live riffed Starship Troopers.
How do you feel about the new Godzilla movie?
I don't know. I'll probably
I've seen
go
the
see
previews for it.
I'll probably go see it. Bear McCreary is doing the music for it. I like him. I'm curious, and they're setting up a remake of King Kong versus Godzilla, and so help me God, okay? I will walk out if King Kong wins. I'm sorry, King Kong cannot beat Godzilla, okay?
Why not? Come up behind.
Godzilla can spit fire, okay? Godzilla, first of all, is bigger than King Kong, and he can spit fire, okay? This ridiculous. Oh,
Godzilla.
I will see the new Godzilla movie too, because Rodan's going to be in it. And
apparently
King Ghidorah is going to be in it. King Ghidorah needs arms. How does King Ghidorah lose? Okay, you got 3 heads. You can fly. You can spit lightning from each of your heads. How come King Ghidorah never wins? He doesn't have arms. I think he really needs arms.
Better agent.
I guess but King Ghidorah never wins. But he's a fearsome monster. Anyway, yes, I know I'm a movie snob, but yeah,
I got off on that riff.
As a kid, I did.
Now for something completely different.
I did enjoy the Godzilla movies. So this song apparently was a hit for everybody. I always thought, Rod Stewart did it and Sheryl Crow remade his song, but it was written by Cat Stevens. But Cat Stevens, at the time he wrote the song, he had no confidence in his singing ability. And
he shopped it.
He just said, you know what, I'm going to, I wrote the song, I just want to be a songwriter. People are like, well, your demo of it's pretty good. He's like, no, it's not. I just, you buy it. And P.P. Arnold, she was a woman. She did it in 1967. Keith Hampshire did it in 73. Rod Stewart in 77. Don Penn in 1994. Papa D. Gee, I don't remember that one, and I'm probably better off. 1995. And, of course, Sheryl Crow did it in 2003. Cat Stevens eventually did put it on one of his albums. So there is a Cat Stevens version of this song out there. The first cut is the deepest. Let me tell you something. The second cut is no picnic either. Here's Rod Stewart, 89.5 WSKB.
I've given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken just all that I have. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. When it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. I still want you by my side, just to help me dry the tears that I've cried. And I'm sure gonna give you a try. And if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. When it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. Just to help me dry the tears that I've cried. But I'm sure gonna give you a try. 'Cause if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. When it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. When it comes to loving me, she's worse.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldsstate.bncollege.com.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., Go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Play it again. I heard that on the way to work last night, and I'm singing along to it, and I said, I got to play that tomorrow.
Okay.
It's basically...
It's your show. You can do that.
Yeah, that's the joy of being Michael Buster McMahon. I don't know if there's a lot of advantages of being Michael Buster McMahon. There are some.
Yes.
There are some drawbacks. But yes, that is one of them.
Yeah.
That if I heard a song the night before, I can say, I'm going to play that on my show. Even though it's a Stevie Nicks record. It's listed as Stevie Nicks, like with Tom Petty. It's a heartbreaker record. It's all the Heartbreakers playing on it. It was originally written by Mike Campbell of the Heartbreakers, and the Heartbreakers were going to record it. But they shared like a producer, and they were friends with Stevie Nicks, and Stevie really loved the song, and she really, really wanted it, and they were like, that was nice of them. They said, yeah, okay. And then they asked, Tom to do some other parts, so it kind of became a duet. But it's a signature Stevie Nicks song.
It's a beautiful song.
I don't think she... somebody once said, I don't know if this is true. I guess it would be true. There's never been a Stevie Nicks concert where she's never done it. And why wouldn't you? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun karaoke song. If you're a girl and you can sing, find a guy that can sing pretty well. If you're a guy who can sing pretty well, find a girl who can sing well and do it as a duet karaoke. It's a fun song to sing. I've never done it.
Might be a good icebreaker.
Yeah, I've never done it. I can't quite. There's some parts I can sing okay. I don't think I can pull off Tom Petty myself. There's some songs I can do, but I don't think I can do it.
Karen, make him do it.
Well, if Karen made me do it, I would probably do it. But.
There you go.
Hey, there's a drag in this title too. It's kind of funny. Stop dragging my heart around, and this was another thing we completely did on purpose. This was written by Jim Hovey. Now, his latest compositions, he's still writing music and everything, and he basically, this is kicking around somewhere. He wrote a rock and roll musical. Wait, like everyone's writing musicals now.
You still need musicals.
I know, but I'm just like, it's like it's hard. Everyone's doing it now. Have you noticed that?
Oh, God.
Kathleen Palmer's doing it. I'm doing it. Jim Hovey's doing it. He wrote a rock and roll musical about the story of Cannibal and the Headhunters when they opened for the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl in 1965. So I bet you that's interesting.
Cool.
Pretty cool. So he's still kicking around, but he wrote this one for the Buckinghams. Kind of a drag. 89.5 WSKB.
Kind of a drag when your baby don't love you. Kind of a drag when you know she's been untrue. Oh, listen to what I gotta say. Girl, I still love you. I'll always love you. Anyway. Kind of a drag when your baby says goodbye. Kind of a drag when you feel like you wanna cry. Oh, girl, even though you made me feel blue, I still love you. I'll always love you. Anyway.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University. This is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
My eyes, and I get emotional inside. I know it's crazy, but you still can touch my heart. And after all this time, you think that I wouldn't feel the same, but time melts into nothing, and nothing's changed.
Brenda K. Starr. As a lot of great songs are. There's a true story behind that one. The songwriter, not Brenda K., she didn't write it, but the songwriter had a boyfriend who proposed to her. And she's like, I love you. The timing's just not right. And he gave her an ultimatum, like, either marry me or we're breaking up.
Wow.
And she's like, it's just not right. And she never kind of really got over him, and she wrote this song about him. I would like to tell you that they got back together or something, but I don't know. But that's
you don't know the
that's
rest
where the song came from.
Of the story.
Mariah Carey did a remake of it, which, Brenda K. Starr's version is better, but it's kind of interesting. Mariah Carey was a backup singer to Brenda K. Starr. So she did it in kind of a tribute type thing.
Cool.
I did it. I played that song because I had an old personal memory of this song. A girl that I used to date in college, who you met at an MTG reunion, she put on Facebook.
Yep.
In 1989, she was a singer in a band called Q.
Yep.
She was the token white girl. It was sort of like a dance pop band.
Yeah. Okay.
And she did the female vocals, and she had the video of herself singing and everything. And I didn't forget how adorable she was, but it's like, whoa. And so I would see her band, and I liked this girl for a while, but she was going out with this guy Jerry.
Okay.
and she and Jerry broke up, and then I got my chance, but she never got over Jerry. And when she would sing that song with the band, and she sang it with such emotion and such hurt, I'm just sitting there going,
you don't got a shot.
I'm like, she's singing this about Jerry. There's a good news about Michelle and Jerry, though. 25, 30 years later, they're married. They did find each other again. She still believed, and
nice.
they're really good together. They really are. And I'm friends. I became good friends with Jerry afterwards, and
so no bitterness.
No, yeah, well, no, not at all. Because I mean, Michelle,
you know what the deal was.
I wasn't in love with Michelle. It wasn't going to work long term. It was
okay.
But he and I became friends, and neither one of us knew. This was before Facebook, everything. Somebody in your past is in your past. You don't know what the hell they are. And he and I were hanging out. We became roommates for a while, too. And he was a perfect roommate because I rarely saw him. he would work or sleep, and pretty much he was a perfect roommate. And he'd pay me in tens. Sometimes he'd pay me like $200 in tens or something for the rent. But yeah, and years later, he and Michelle reconnected, and
there you go.
Fantastic little story. We got to do a Massachusetts artist. This song was co-written by our Massachusetts. You know, I'm learning to appreciate Meghan Trainor a little bit more.
She's pretty talented.
I like the first song that I heard her. I'm like, all right, you know, I like the message all about the bass, but I particularly didn't care for the song. I like the message behind it, but yeah, the girl's got talent.
She does.
And she co-wrote this song, and when they were putting songs together for her first album, she was kind of embarrassed by it. She didn't really want anything to do with it. But her uncle was like, are you kidding? That's my favorite song that you do. And she's like, and the uncle's like, this is wrong. And he took it upon himself
to champion the song.
This could have turned out really, really bad for him. But he took the song to the producer, and she was a little mad at first. But when the producer and the manager was like, this song had us in tears, she was like,
yeah, it's a
okay,
great
I
song.
guess maybe it's okay. So she got John Legend to help her with it. Here's Like I'm Gonna Lose You, 89.5 WSKB.
I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight, and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realized no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we'll never know it when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
In the blink of an eye, just a whisper of smoke, you could lose everything. The truth is you never know. So I'll kiss you longer, babe. Any chance that I get, I'll make the most of the minutes alone with no regrets. Let's take our time to say what we want, use what we got before it's all gone. 'Cause no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law. Lawman is putting an end to my running, and I'm so far from my home. Oh, mama, I can hear you a-crying. You're so scared and all alone. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long.
Now, Tommy Shaw wrote that song, And they had two guitarists in the band, and usually
Yeah.
whoever wrote the stuff. But James Young really wanted to play the guitar in the song, and Tommy Shaw said, "Okay, you can have it." And then he returned the favor. A song that he wrote, he let Tommy Shaw play on it. And all the bickering between Tommy Shaw and Dennis DeYoung, and a lot of this misconception that Tommy Shaw, he just wanted all these rockers, and Dennis DeYoung was more of a ballady or maybe more of a theatrical. I'm surprised Dennis DeYoung has never written a musical. It's not that hard, Dennis. Just write a musical.
Oh, good Lord.
No, I'm really surprised. Dennis DeYoung, I bet you, could write a musical. But according to Dennis DeYoung, and Dennis DeYoung has never lied to me, as far as I know. Never caught him in a lie. He's like, this is the misconception. But when Tommy Shaw wrote this song, he actually wrote it as a ballad, and it was my suggestion to him to make it a rocker. Whether it's true or not or anything, that's another story out there.
Okay.
He's definitely hurt by the band's not talking to him and everything. And I would love to see him get together again. I would.
One of the super groups.
I've seen Dennis DeYoung without Styx, and I've seen Styx without Dennis DeYoung. And they're still both entertaining shows, but I would love this. It'd be kind of really cool. Like all these bands, they separate from their singers, Foreigner and Journey. It'd be cool. Like Dennis DeYoung joins Journey, and then Lou Gramm joins Styx, and then Steve Perry joins Foreigner or something. That'd
be an interesting.
That'd be kind of weird.
That'd be an interesting arena tour.
We just traded. Wouldn't
that be
singers.
an interesting arena tour?
It sure would be. But yeah, Mike, this beard's driving me crazy. I can't shave it because I don't know if for you hockey diehards, the playoff beard, and the Bruins. Thank God they're still going, but this beard, it's gonna be like another 2 weeks. The Stanley Cup's not gonna start for like another week, and then it's gonna go on a week. So this thing's gonna get kind of scraggly and itchy. But yeah, you can't shave once the.
You gonna take it all off for the summer?
Take it off? No, I probably won't take it all off. I'll probably go down to goatee. But I'll trim it down to just goatee.
Take it all off for the summer. Just go clean for a while.
Well, no. If I do, then I just let it grow right back. The wife doesn't like it without it. She's met me, like my parents met me without a beard. So that's the way they're preferred, I think. And my wife met me with the beard, so she does prefer it with the beard. But yeah. So now you had a pretty busy weekend.
Yeah.
And this
just
is why,
a tad.
And so you're getting all the equipment ready.
Look at 2 pages of stuff that we did over the weekend.
It's unbelievable. I wish I could have. Again, it was you guys scheduled it on my on week, so shame on you. But you were saying how Rick Berry helped you out and everything. You guys loaded up your cars, and this is why I love owning a Trans Am, because nobody ever asked me to help them move or anything. Because you can't fit much in the Trans Am. But let's not even ask Michael. He's not gonna be much help.
Okay.
But there was a Beach Boys tribute band.
Yeah, from that was Saturday night before the fireworks.
And were they any good?
They were pretty good, yeah. They're called the Driftwoods.
You gotta get their harmonies right if you're going to be a Beach Boys tribute band.
Yes, you do.
Well, let's do a Beach Boys song.
Okay.
Brian Wilson said that this was his attempt to capture the essence of his all-time favorite record, "Be My Baby," and as he was writing it, he said, "I probably listened to that song like 1,000 times." So. As you listen to this song, maybe you can catch the Be My Baby influence on it. Here's Don't Worry, Baby, 89.5 WSKB.
Something
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Wednesday mornings from 6 till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. The heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way strip into number two. A movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I could act this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. The story always ends. If you read between the lines, you'll know that I'm just trying to understand the feeling that you lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back.
Oh, great song. Do we have time to play it again? Play it again. Oh, we don't have time. 1971. I acquired something in 1971 that's pretty cool. Oh, you are. I've asked you 100 times to play a song.
I told you one of these days I would do it again.
It's a great song. I acquired something pretty cool in 1971.
What'd you do?
I acquired her sister.
Okay.
Yeah. I was an only child.
I acquired me in 1971.
Oh, my God. Wow. I'm a 60s baby. 1987, Gordon Lightfoot filed a lawsuit against the person who wrote The Greatest Love of All, saying that 24 bars of If You Could Read My Mind was stolen for that song, The Greatest Love of All. Gordon Lightfoot dropped the lawsuit, though, because he saw that it was really affecting Whitney Houston. She was really getting stressed out about this, and she had nothing to do with it. It wasn't her fault that the guy who wrote the song stole some of the melody from it. And I don't know if it's true if he did or not, but Gordon Lightfoot said, you know what, it's not worth it. You know, it's causing all this stress to Whitney. She seems like a nice girl. So good for him.
Well, yeah, she turned out to be very fragile.
I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully,
no, I mean, she turned out to be very fragile.
Yeah, well, hopefully, the stress from the lawsuit didn't.
No, that was all.
It's all Bobby Brown.
Exactly.
Jerk.
I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking it.
What's acroneckluck?
I have no idea.
There's a big sign. Did you see the sign outside?
No.
It said acronecklick is meeting at the library or something. There's a
maybe
sign.
it's some kind of acronym.
It's got to be an acronym, acronecklick. But you know what? That's a long acronym. Just call yourself something. You can't call yourself acronecklick.
I guess you can.
Well, you shouldn't.
It's all subjective.
Come up with something else. That's the show. We're not going to be here next week, but we'll play a rerun next week.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day.
Yeah, and I'm, we.
You know what? Take the day off.
Yeah, we haven't taken as far as you know, though, I will be here. The TV won't be, right? The TV, but...
Well, we'll have the best of graphic.
Best of.
Yeah.
What are they going to play for the second hour?
I'll have to dig deep in the archives.
So if I'm complaining about snow or talking about, the Patriots or something...
maybe I will do that.
It could be an old show, so you don't know.
Maybe I'll go way, way back. I have some really old shows.
Do back to Owls on the Air?
Yeah.
Before I did... Yeah, but that might confuse people because I'm not doing the same format where...
Well, then they'll know it's a best of.
I'm explaining the songs and everything.
Yeah,
That's only... Oh, okay, but not originally. I wasn't doing that 4 years ago.
No, not that far back.
Hey, we're almost started season 6 coming on.
Yeah.
How about us? Yeah. Shoot, I should have been petitioning for, cake because that's a 500. No, it's a.
I'll take you to lunch at Westfield Technical Academy.
That would be awesome. That'd be pretty
next
cool.
year during season 6.
Pretty cool. That's the show. I'm Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk. Look both ways before crossing the street, and never ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer over there, Peter Coles. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
Hopefully you enjoyed it at the beginning of the show. If you missed it, I played a song from my upcoming musical, Can't You Bear These Tales. You know what? In 2 weeks, we're in a new show. We'll play another one. How about that?
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that for a little while until it wins a Tony. Then, I'm sorry, people. I'm not going to be dishing this thing out for free to you guys anymore. We always like to end with something kind of fun, and this song is kind of fun. It's a bunch of guys from Waterbury, Connecticut. They had a hit record, and they had a problem when they tried to release it in Britain. You're not allowed to say a rule in the BBC. You're not allowed to say a car brand name. So they had to re-record. So they had to take out Cadillac and replace it with Limousine. And they had to replace Nash Rambler with Bubble Car. Weird, huh?
Boring.
Here's the Playmates. And beep, beep. We'll see you, I guess I'll see you next week. But a new show in 2 weeks. A great classic episode next week. Have a great week, everybody.
Riding in my Cadillac, what to my surprise, a little Nash Rambler was following me about 1/3 my size. The guy must have wanted to pass me out as he kept on tooting his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep. I pushed my foot down to the floor to give the guy the shake.
But the little Nash Rambler stayed right behind. He still had on his brake. He must have thought his car had more guts as he kept on tooting his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep. My car went into passing gear and we took off with gust. Soon we were doing 90, must have left him in the dust. When I peeked in the mirror of my car, I couldn't believe my eyes. The little Nash Rambler was right behind, I think that guy could fly. Beep, 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 his horn went beep, beep, beep. Now we're doing 110, this certainly was a race. For a Rambler to pass a Caddy would be a big disgrace. The guy must have wanted to pass me out as he kept on tooting his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 his horn went beep, beep, beep. Now we're doing 120 as fast as I could go. The Rambler pulled alongside of me as if we're going slow. The fella rolled down his window and yelled for me to hear, "Hey buddy, how can I get this car out of